A very good morning, afternoon, evening, or whatever time of the day it is at the place you're watching this video. Hi guys, my name is Rahul Mehndiratta and welcome back to my channel Master Your IELTS. This is going to be the third part of the video series in which we are discussing about the different idioms that we can use in our IELTS speaking examination. If you have not checked my previous two videos, make sure to check them because this video will not be having some very important information that I have discussed in the previous ones. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So the first idiom that we are going to discuss in this video is a piece of cake. A piece of cake. Now we are not talking about the actual piece of cake that we just cut when it's our birthday or somebody else's birthday. A piece of cake here means something that is very easy to do. Let's make it more clear with the use of this very simple example. Hey, I scored quite well in the last assignment I submitted. It is very true that difficult things seem like a piece of cake when you understand it to its basics. So I was just talking to my friend and I was telling him that I scored well in my last assignment, and this became a piece of cake for me because I understood the basics. Do you know of any other example where I can use this idiom? Don't forget to tell me in the comments down below. The second idiom in this video is the last straw. The last straw. Now this means the latest problem in a series of problems which make something unacceptable. I'll repeat that for you. The latest problem which occurs, which comes in a series of problems which makes something or someone unacceptable. By considering the following example, this would be more clear. I left my job when my manager gave me some work to do in my lunchtime. I have had some misunderstandings with her in the past as well. But this was the last straw. Third idiom of this video can be said to have two parts. Cup of tea, not my cup of tea. And what's the difference between both of them? Cup of tea is used to refer something that we like, something that we are very good at, and not my cup of tea is used to refer something that we totally dislike and we may also not be very good at performing this action. We'll make it more clear with the use of the following two examples. This example is going to be for cup of tea. I really enjoy giving lessons to students. I think teaching is my cup of tea. The second example is going to be for not my cup of tea. I don't really like talking about people behind their back. Backbiting, that's not my cup of tea. So I hope you understand the difference between cup of tea and not my cup of tea. Moving further, the fourth idiom that we are going to discuss in this video is to have a sweet tooth. And what's the meaning of this? This means that a specific person is having a liking for chocolates or something that is very sweet. Let's give a very sweet and simple example for this idiom. Whenever I visit my nephew's place, I take a box of chocolates with me. The little boy is having a sweet tooth. We are almost halfway through this video and have arrived on the number 5, and the fifth idiom on this list is caught between a rock and a hard place. So what's the meaning of this? This means to be in a very difficult situation and make a very hard choice. I'll give you a real life example for this. I was caught between a rock and a hard place when I had to choose between coming abroad and joining my family business. The next and the sixth idiom that we are going to discuss in this video is bread and butter. So when we talk about bread and butter, we are not talking about the bread and butter that we have for our breakfast or sometimes in the evening. We are talking about a job that we are currently doing to provide us with the money we need to live. I'll give you a very simple example for this. Washing dishes at restaurants becomes the bread and butter for many international students when they come abroad and are in their early stages. This is something which I have learned from my own experiences. A lot of people who are studying with me in the university, who are working with me, they tell me that when they came here, they used to wash dishes. Alright guys, so coming back to the main point of this video and now on the lucky number 7. The seventh idiom that we are going to discuss about in this video is a far cry from. A far cry from. So what's the meaning of this? This means to be totally different than something. I'll give you a very simple example which will make it more clear. The rental house that we visited last week was a far cry from what we had seen in the pictures. Alright guys, coming to the next and one of the most interesting idioms that I know about is food for thought. Food for thought. Now what's the meaning of this? This means something that you think is worth seriously thinking about. I'll give you a very simple and also one of the real life experiences I had in the form of this example. I met a monk the other day. Let me tell you, preachings that he gave to me was some food for thought. So the second from the last idiom that we are going to discuss in this video is the best of both worlds. This means a situation in which you can enjoy the benefits of two very different things at the same time. Let's clear it with a very simple example. Living with the materialistic comfort of the West and the spiritual awakening of the East can be the best of both worlds. Okay guys, so now we have come on the last idiom of this particular video, and that is going to be to cost an arm and leg. Hey Rahul, what do you mean? Now do we have to give our arm and our leg for paying for something? No, this is not what it means. This means that something is very expensive. I'll be finishing the video in the next few seconds by giving you a very simple example. I would love to buy the new Canon lens, which would give even more bokeh in my videos, but the lens costs an arm and a leg, and I'm having a very tight budget right now. Maybe a little later. Alright guys, thank you so much for your time. This is Rahul Mehndiratta, Master Your IELTS, signing off. I'll see you in the next one.